Hi, welcome. My name is Johnny Fergan. I'm from All Total Coaching. What I want to talk to you today is how fear is ruining your life. Before we start, please subscribe to our channel for great topics coming your way. Please press the icon button so you can be notified when we have videos. But before we start, I'd like to talk about our upcoming book that we will have a book launch sooner or later. It's getting delayed because we're adding numerous things, but make no mistake about it. I will not sleep, I will not eat, and I will not breathe till this book is delivered to you, my dear friends, because this will change your life. And I'm not saying this lightly because I've worked on this for 12 years. But what is our book all about? It's about how to be a man in this feminized society. What is all about? Man, what is a man? How to be a man? Women, relationships and sex. Media, manipulation, indoctrination by the movies. Health, food and exercise and why it's so important. Money, wealth, what you need to know, what you're not taught at school. Value, what it is and why it's so important. How to overcome the biggest phenomenon in our generation of depression and fear, where 8 people in Australia commit suicide a day. And I talk about this extensively in my book. Happiness and fulfillment, feminism, the real truth, family court, false accusation, how to be social and build a great network, social etiquette, keep up, how to maintain your relationship, summary of the rule that will save your life, and sources and resources. So today, I'd like to talk about how fear is ruining your life. By having fear consume you, you're not getting what you want. You procrastinate and delay decisions tomorrow, and you don't do it. You're looking for other people to approve of you so they can join you and do these things. Anybody that succeeded knows that sometimes you have to do things alone. This channel is coming to you because I decided to do this to you. All these videos on my brains, and after studying hundreds and hundreds of books that I read, I'm going to share a few of them with you in a moment. Sometimes in life, you have to do things alone. It's always nice when you do things, but sometimes you do have to do things alone. A couple of years ago, I went travel to South America, and at the moment, as you're watching this video, I'm somewhere in the world. And I asked a friend of mine if he'd like to come to South America, maybe next year, maybe. And I made a decision at the time that I'll travel to Argentina and Chile by myself, and I also went to Iguazu Falls. Because if you're fearful, you're never going to do anything. But today, I'm going to give you a few little solutions, and I'll give you practical advice that may help you. When you're fearful of something, ask yourself, what's the worst that can happen? What's the worst? If you, for example, approach a woman, hypothetically, could be anything, and she rejects you, you'll be embarrassed for 20 seconds. But at least when you drive back home, you say to yourself, at least I tried. If you try to get that job, and you don't try, they're not going to, but if you don't try, how are you going to know? You may go get there, you may get rejected, but you may get the job. But by not going, you failed already, by not even trying. The real truth, you should be fearful of not taking action. Ask any older person what are the things they regret they haven't done in life, and they will always tell you they wish they did this or did that or made more decisions. So today I'd like to share with you all my friends that are going through a depressing mood or have emailed me on all sorts of topics. Please read the book How to Stop Worrying and Start Living by Dale Carnegie. He goes extensively how to minimize fear and how our minds delude us and suppress us and trick us not to do things. And by not taking action, you're going to get more depressed. And Dale Carnegie goes into details in this book how to overcome the biggest phenomena of our generation of depression and fear. This is more important than your job. This is more important than sleep. This is more important than your relationships. Because if you're fearful, no matter what you're going to do in life, you're going to be a failure. You're going to lose that woman, you're going to lose that man, you're going to lose everything eventually. Because when fear consumes you, it ruins your lives. I've seen fear and depression literally decimate certain people, not to mention anybody that knows me knows I've got 4 friends that committed suicide in the last couple of years, and one on the 22nd of September last year. And after you read this book, please, there's a book by Suzanne Jeffers that I read years ago. It's called Feel the Fear, and do it anyway. It's okay to be fearful. You're normal. It's okay. But feel the fear and do it anyway. Do it. Don't do it for her, for him. Do it for you. You're scared getting out of the box. You know how you become confident? By doing things regardless. I was fearful of years ago starting this channel. Now I speak like it's nothing. Because I'm not fearful. But at the time I was very, very nervous. But I knew at the time, and I want to install this belief in you, my dear friends, because I love you from the bottom of my heart. There is nothing better that gives me pleasure when I lift people's up instead of suppressing like this society does to us, and lifting them out of the abyss and telling them, yes you can, yes you will, just be patient, just be persevere. We live in an instant gratification society where everybody wants things instantly. That happens in the movies. A couple of sequence of events and they're top boxer. In real life, things take time. Things take time. These apps today have ruined our lives because people are looking for instant messaging, instant gratification, but it's a fallacy. It's a lie. When I was a balloon years ago, I knew there's no instant gratification, and I concentrated and I visualized to have a body like I have today. But I knew it's going to take me time, and I visualized and it happened. I want to install in this belief that you should overcome your fears and your obstacles and feel the fear and do it anyway. So these are the books I recommend you. I promise you all my life, if you read these books, you will never forget the words just come out of my mouth. How to overcome, how to stop worrying, start living by Dale Carnegie, and feel the fear and do it anyway by Suzanne Jeffers. Get those books. This is more important and it's more urgent than anything. Because once you read these books, you'll understand how your mind works, how it tricks you, and how in most cases it stops you advancing and getting what you really want so you can be happy. Because if you do not take action today, it's going to be like most people, tomorrow. And we all know in most cases you're not going to do it. I really, really hope I installed some belief in you. And I encourage you to read this book. Because at the end of the day, if you're fearful and you're not taking action and you're delaying and procrastinating, you ruin your life. Because tomorrow there'll be another tomorrow. If I inspire one of you, my dear friends, I have done my duty as a human being to help you. And one of the biggest things that I get pleasure is we're going to get emails or somebody says to me certain things. If it wasn't for you, John, I'd be either dead or I'd be on the street or such and such. I'm not drumming my ticket here. I'm not making money out of this video. My job is to help you. And like I said many times before, give us a hand and I'll lift your spirit. I'll lift your face. I'll lift your eyes and I'll make you see the light that this society doesn't want you to see. They want to suppress you. They want to control you. They want to put you down because it's easier to control people than depressed and fearful. Think what I just said. It's easier to control people that are fearful and depressed rather than people that are inspired, that think outside the box, think independently, take action, and live your own reality, not on the reality of Facebook and Instagram. Look us up at www.alltotalcoaching.com. Email me personally, john@sosdating.com. I can change your life like you've never had in your life. The question is, do you want to? Or are you going to keep doing the same thing again and again and again, saying tomorrow? It's your life. It's your call. I can only help those that want to help themselves. Thank you very much for listening. As always, you know why? I'm the best friend you've ever had. You know why? Because I tell you the truth just the way it is. Thank you very much.